Welcome, friends. Welcome to our channel, Passionate Book Readers. In this series, we are getting you a new book, 30 Days Change Your Habits, Change Your Life. Request you to please subscribe the channel first for listening to more books in future. Change Your Habits, Change Your Life says a couple of simple steps every day to create the life you want. It's by MARC RECLAU. The beginning is the most important part of the work, said by Plato. Introduction. If you think you can, you are right. If you think you can't, you are right. Henry Ford. Look around you. What do you see? Look at your surroundings, the atmosphere, and the people around you. Think of your current life conditions, work, health, friends, people surrounding you. What do they look like? Are you happy with what you see? Now look inside of you. How do you feel right now in this moment? Are you satisfied with your life? Are you longing for more? Do you believe that you can be happy and successful? What is missing from your life that you need to call your life happy and or successful? Why do some people seem to have everything and other people nothing? Most people have no idea how they get what they get. Some of us just blame it on fate and chance. I'm sorry that I have to be one to tell you, sorry friend, you have created the life you have. Everything that happens to you is created by you, either consciously, by design, or unconsciously by default. It's not a result of fate or circumstances. I decided to write this book because I'm seeing so many people that are dreaming of improving their life, being happier, becoming wealthier, yet, according to them, the only way that could happen would be due to some kind of miracle, winning the lottery, marrying rich, or some other stroke of luck. They are looking for outside influences to help by chance and change everything. They think life happens to them. Most of them have no idea that they can be in total control of their life each and every moment and every day of their lives. So they continue daydreaming, doing those things that they have always done and waiting for some miraculous outcome. Sometimes they actually don't even know what they want. The following is a conversation I actually had. What do you what would you do if you had enough time and money? Man, that would be great. I would be happy. And what would being happy look like to you? I would do everything I want to do. And what is everything you want to do? Oh, no, you got me. I don't even know. The true tragedy is that if they would only stop for one moment, ask themselves what they really want in life, write down their goals, and start working towards them, they could actually make those miracles happen. I see it day in and day out with my coaching clients. People that come to me because they want to change something in their lives. And instead of sitting around and waiting and dreaming of a better life, they actually make those miracles happen. And the results are fabulous. Remember, you are leading the life that you have chosen. How? This is because we create our life every moment through our thoughts, beliefs, and expectations, and our mind is so powerful that it will give us what we ask for. The good thing is that you can train your mind to give you only the things you want and not the things that you don't want. And it gets even better. You can learn how to deal with things that you can't control in a more efficient and less painful manner. I have been studying the principles of success and how to achieve happiness for nearly 25 years now. What I always subconsciously knew became a structured method using the tools and exercises of coaching. More than ever, I am convinced that success can be planned and created. For the skeptics who think that all this is metaphysical nonsense, just look at the enormous progress science has made and how it can now prove many things which only 25 years ago could only be believed without being proven. The most important message in this book is your happiness depends of you and nobody else. In this book, I want to introduce you some proven tricks, and exercises that can improve your life beyond your imagination if you practice them constantly and persistently. More good news, you don't need to win the lottery to be happy. You can start by doing little things in your life differently in a constant and consistent manner, and over time, results will show. This is how my coaching clients achieve incredible results, creating new habits and working towards their goal consistently, and doing things that bring them closer to their goals every single day. It is possible. You can do it. You can deserve it. And you deserve it. Simply reading the book won't help you a lot, though. You have to take action. That's the most important part. And it is also the part that I struggle with the most of many years. You have to start doing and practicing the exercises and introducing new habits into your life. If you are very curious, read the whole book once with a pen and pencil and a notebook in hand to make notes if you like. Then read the book a second time. This is when the rubber meets the road. And now start doing some of the exercises and introducing new habits into your life. If you do the exercises in this book regularly and consistently, your life will change for better. Experts in the field of success, teaching, coaching, and neurolinguistic programming agree that it takes 21 to 30 days to implement a new habit. 30 days can make a difference in your life. 30 days of working consistently on yourself and your habits can turn it all around, or at least put you in a better position. At least try it out. Stay with some of the exercises for at least 30 days. Do the ones that come easy to you and have fun. Chapter 1, Rewrite Your Story. Change the way you look at things and things you look at change. Vanny W. Dyer. The first time I came in contact with this idea was nearly 25 years ago while reading Jan Robert book Seth Speaks. Seth says you are the writer, director and main actor of your story. So, if you don't like how the story is playing out, change it. At that time, I thought it's kind of comforting idea, give it a try and have lived by it ever since, in good times and bad times. It doesn't matter what happened in your past, your future is a clean sheet. You can reinvent yourself. Every day brings it with it the opportunity to start a new life. You get to choose your identity at each and every moment. So, who are you going to be? It's up to you to decide who are you going to be from this day on. What are you going to do? If you do something of the things suggested in this books, create new habits and do just some of many exercises that you will find here, things will start to shift. It's not going to be easy and you will need discipline, patience, and persistence, but the results will come. In 2008, when FC Barcelona's coach Joseph Pep Guardiola took charge of the team that was in desolate state, he told the 73,000 people in attendance in the stadium and the millions of viewers on Catalonian television in his inauguration speech. We can't promise you titles. What we can promise you is effort and that we will persist until the end. Fasten your seatbelts. We are going to have fun. This speech started the most successful period of in the 115 years history of the club, and few people think it can ever be repeated. The team went on to win three national championships, two national cups, three Spanish Super Cups, two European Super Cups, two Champion Leagues, and two World Cup championships in their 4 years of domination of world football. If you don't follow soccer, this is like a mediocre NFL team winning four Super Bowls in a row. They rewrote their story. Now it's your turn. Make some effort and persist. Don't give up. Fasten your seatbelts and have some fun. Chapter 2: Self Discipline and Commitment. It was character that got us out of bed, commitment that moved us into action, and discipline that enabled us to follow through. Zig Ziglar. If you cannot go do great things, do small things in a great way. Napoleon Hill. This is one of the first chapters because it will be the foundation of your future success. Your way to success and happiness is deeply connected to your willpower and commitment. These character traits will decide whether you do what you said you would do and go through with it. These will keep you going towards your goal even when everything seems to go against you. Self discipline is doing the things you need to do, even if you are not in the mood for it. If you train to be self disciplined and have the will to succeed, you can do great things in your life. But even if you don't have the slightest bit of self discipline within you right now, don't worry. You can start training your self discipline and willpower from this moment on. Self discipline is like a muscle. The more you train it, the better you get. If your self discipline is weak right now, start training it by setting yourself small, reachable goals. Write down the success you have and keep in mind that you don't have limits, only the ones you set for yourself. Visualize the benefits you will have at the end of the road. For example, if you want to go running at 6 a.m. in the morning and you just don't seem to make it out of bed, imagine how good you will feel when you are at the fitness level that you want to be at and how great you will look. Then jump out of bed, put on your running clothes and go. Remember, this book will only work if you have the will and the discipline to make it work. What is your word worth? Take your commitments seriously because not keeping your commitments has a terrible consequence. You lose energy, you lose clarity, you get confused along the way to your goals, and even worse, you lose self confidence and your self esteem takes a hit. To avoid this, you have to become aware of what is really important to you and act in the line with your values. A commitment is a choice. Only make commitments that you really want. That can mean fewer commitments and more no's. If you commit, keep your commitment whatever it takes. Give them the importance and value that they deserve and be aware of the consequences of not keeping them. Time to take action. Ask yourself the following questions. In what areas are you lacking self discipline at the moment? Be completely honest. What benefits will you obtain if you had more self discipline? What will be your first step towards reaching your goal? Write down your plan of action in small steps. Give yourself deadlines. How will you know you have reached your goal of having more self discipline in that you have to fill? Chapter 3: Take full responsibility of your life. Peak performance begins with your taking complete responsibility of your life and everything that happens to you. Brain Tracy. Most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility and most people are frightened of responsibility. Sigmund Freud. There is only one person that's responsible for your life, and that is you. Not your boss, not your spouse, not your parents, not your friends, not your clients, not the economy, not the weather. You. The day we stop blaming others for everything that happens in our life, everything changes. Take responsibility for your life is taking charge of your life and becoming the protagonist of it instead of being a victim of circumstances. You obtain the power to create your own circumstances or at least the power to decide how you are going to act in the face of circumstances that life presents to you. It doesn't matter what happens to you in your life. It matters what attitude you adopt. And the attitude you adopt is your choice. If you blame your life situation on others, what has to happen to make your life better? All of the others have to change. And that, my friend, I tell you, is not going to happen. If you're the protagonist, you have the power to change the things that you don't like in your life. You are in control of your thoughts, actions, and feelings. You are in control of your words, the series you watch on TV, and the people you spend your time with. If you don't like your results, change your input, your thoughts, emotion, and expectation. Stop reacting to others and start responding. Reaction is automatic, responding is consciously choosing your response. You take your life in your own hands, and what happens? A terrible thing, no one to blame. Erica Jong. The victim says, every bad thing in my life is others' fault, but if you are not part of the problem, then you also can't be a part of the solution. Or, in other words, if the problem is caused by the outside, the solution is also on the outside. If you are coming in late to work because of traffic, what has to happen so that you can get to work on time? Traffic has to disappear magically because as long as there is traffic, you will always be late. Or you can act like a protagonist and live home on time. Then it depends on you. So, once again, if you don't have the control over the stimuli that environment sends you continuously, you have the liberty do choose your behavior in facing the situation. The person with a victim mentality only reacts, is always innocent, and constantly blame others for his or her life situation, while using the past as justification and putting their hopes on a future which will miraculously bring solutions to problems or change in other who are causing the troubles. The protagonist knows that he or she is responsible, chooses adequate behavior, and holds himself accountable. He uses the past as a valuable experience from which to learn, lives in the present where he sees constant opportunities for change, and decides and goes after his future goals. The most important question is, who will you choose to be by your actions when life presents you with these circumstances? Gandhi said it very nicely. They can't take away our self respect if we don't give it to them. Ask yourself the following questions. Who are you blaming for your life situation right now? Your partner, your boss, your parents, your friends. What would happen if you stop blaming the others for what happens to you in your life? What would happen if you would stop being a victim of these circumstances? Is it comfortable for you being the victim? What benefits does it have for you to be a victim? What would happen if you stopped suffering in your life and took the decision to change it? What would you change? Where could you start? How would you start? Action step. Write down 5 things that you can do in the coming week to start changing the course and start taking charge of your life. Friends, I take a pause at this moment and will start with the other chapters in the next video. Please like and subscribe this channel and be in touch with it. Thank you.